let's say somebody who's listening and they're like, wow, this sounds really interesting. I want to get into this. So I want to talk about what the best way to get into this if you're kind of a newbie and you want to learn about, buying a piece of land, what kind of like the best things are. And then the second question would be, how do you identify a good piece of land or what makes a good opportunity? Because with what we do, there's different things that we have to take into consideration. And some of that is like, job growth, population growth, how far is it from XYZ, all these different metrics, right?
Yeah.
But with land, obviously, it's very different. So first question is, how do you get into this? What's the easy, like 4-step way? And then second question is, how do you identify what makes a good land opportunity?
All right, 4 steps, how to get into it. So I love the fact of a newbie, starting with land. The biggest misconception and myth is, the easiest way to get started in real estate is wholesaling. It doesn't take any money. Okay, well, try that. You're gonna be handwriting letters for the rest of your life. I love land because it's so much less risk. You don't have to have as much money into it. You can literally get the property under contract and find a buyer while you're doing it. So 4-step process. 1, pick your playground, pick your area. Number 2, in that area, there are people out there waiting to hear from us. There are people that live out of state. They inherited the land. They might be a couple years behind on taxes. So reach out to the tax collector, the county tax collector, and get that tax delinquent list. They might say that list doesn't exist. Well, ask who is in charge of making sure that the property owners pay their taxes. Number 3 is figure out what this list, step 2, ask the tax delinquent or the tax assessor how to read that list. Number 3, mail that list. Get a letter to these people saying, hey, I'd like to buy your land. I don't care. That's all you need. And by the way, put your phone number on there so they can get a hold of you, or you can send them an offer. And number 4, buy that land at a massive discount, get it under contract for 30, 60, 90 days, and find a buyer for it. That's all you're doing. That's it. At the end of the day, we're getting something very cheap, not very cheap, at a massive discount, and turning around and selling it at retail or a discount. It works with anything. You could do it with bicycles. If you're a young child listening to this show and you're wondering how to make money, get the bicycles that are out of the dumpster, clean them up, and sell them for a profit. Like, that's all we're doing with land. And then the second question, I think I'm ready for it, Julie. Can you repeat it again?
Yeah, absolutely. Second question is, how do you identify a great piece of land or to basically wholesale, or what makes a good opportunity when it comes to land? And I think that's kind of also similar, to number 1. You had said pick your area. Well, how do you even know where to even go and what makes sense?
So this is where most of your listeners are probably going to stop listening, especially your highly analytical listeners that look at market trends and job growth and what the level school is.
Yeah.
Here's how I identify a good piece of land. Can I get it at a massive discount? That's it. That's it. Because at the end of the day, there's a buyer for every piece of land. I have bought holes in the ground on accident, by the way, that I have sold and didn't lose money on. I bought properties that had $157,000 IRS tax liens on it and still made money on it. Like, I'm still getting paid to this day for that one. It's so crazy. As long as you get it at a massive discount, it's a good piece of land. Like, it's that easy. And that's why I love it, because I'm a simple person.